Alright, what's up everyone, it's WTS Weather, and today we're going to be taking a look at the upcoming blizzard to impact the Northeast Friday night into Saturday night. So, first things first, before we start off, please, if you guys enjoy the video and if you guys get good information out of it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. If you also have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I will be going through them and answering them as the day goes on and as the storm continues to make its way through the Northeast. So, first things first, we're taking a look at the current National Weather Service watches and warnings. You can see we have a blizzard warning up here for most of the New Jersey coast. This is not updated. There's also a blizzard warning for Long Island here, but it's not here yet. As you can see, the coast of southern New England, all of it has a blizzard warning, as well as Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and parts of Delaware. So, going to take a look here. We're going to go ahead and take a look at some models here. First things first, we're going to take a look at the GFS model because this is probably one of the worst models for the storm. I'm just going to say right now, it's had a terrible handle on this. It's been basically the outlier the entire time, but it is starting to shift a little bit west. And as it shifts west, I expect the totals to go up. So yeah, let's just take a look at it. So this is 1 p.m. today. You can see we have this Arctic energy, this Arctic front up here, this 130 high. That's going to be pushing down some Arctic air. We could get some snow showers before the storm actually arrives, which is going to be what this low pressure system is going to be basically merging with to create this huge blizzard. So this is 1 p.m. today. You could see snow showers anywhere in basically this circle here, maybe even further southwest of that. There will be some snow showers lingering around during the day. 7 p.m. tonight, you can see low pressure down here. This starts to get pulled in and eventually it's going to create a bombogenesis or a bomb cyclone, and the storm is going to basically rapidly intensify overnight. So 1 a.m. here we go now, 993 low out in the Atlantic, starting to snow now for much of Pennsylvania, New Jersey, West Virginia, Delaware, even Long Island. Now if we skip ahead one more time, 7 a.m., you can see it strengthens 979 now, and this is why it's a bomb cyclone, because if you see it goes from 993, 979, 974, 971, 967. It rapidly intensifies. So if you guys hear the term bomb cyclone, that's what it means. I'm sure you're going to hear it a lot with the storm because that's obviously what it is, and it's a very strong one at that. If this was much further west, we'd be talking about a historic event for much of Long Island and New Jersey, but I don't unfortunately think we're going to get there. It's mainly going to be for areas like Maine, Rhode Island, southern New England that we're going to be talking about the heaviest snowfall here. But New Jersey and Long Island, you guys are still going to be getting some big snow out of this. And then as you can see here, we continue through 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, Saturday morning. Still snowing in New Jersey. 1 p.m. still snowing in New Jersey. This is going to be a long event. Starting to snow in southern New England now. Going to stay off the coast, and this is going to be 7 p.m. still snowing in parts of New Jersey and in parts of Long Island. And eventually by 1 a.m. it moves out of most of Long Island, all of New Jersey, and it's now going to be pummeling New England with this heavy, dry snow. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about. If you guys take a look at the temperatures here, look at these temperatures while the storm is dumping snow. These are going to be frigid temperatures, and the wind on top of that is going to cause some power outages along the coast especially. So if you get some power outages, please make sure to be safe. Get to somewhere warm, because it's going to just be crazy, especially with the wind chills, 9 degrees in spots, even probably in the negatives. The wind chills probably up to -10 is my guess. With the 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts, it's going to be frigid. So please, if you do lose power during this storm, get to somewhere warm. You do not want to be out without a heater in this weather. This could just be beyond terrible. And on top of that, the snow ratios with this not dry air, but this low temperature, these low temperatures, the snow ratio on top of that is going to be at least 15-1. So what that means is for every inch of liquid, it's 15 inches of snow. Typically it's 10-1. So if you look at, let's say, the 10-1 snow ratio or 10-1 snow map here on the GFS, basically multiply this by 0.5 or by 1.5 rather, and that's basically what you're going to be seeing. So the GFS, like I said, it's a bit different than the NAM. It has this sharp cutoff right along here, which is a lot further east than the NAM has it. So we're going to take a look here now at the NAM model. Let me switch back to the precip. So looking at the NAM model here, you can see the same thing. Snow showers during the day from the Arctic front that's going to be coming through, merging with the storm, and eventually it does merge with the storm. This is 12 a.m. tonight. You can see 991 low off the coast of Virginia here and North Carolina, and it's already snowing here. New Jersey, it is already snowing actually outside in New Jersey. It's been snowing since 7 a.m. So it's going to be probably close to a 48-hour event, maybe a 36-hour event in my guess. And then you can see it makes its way up the coast, and it kind of does this loop here. It goes up and around. Now, what I'm kind of thinking, this latest NAM run, I don't know how accurate it is. I think the NAM run got some convective feedback, and it's not too accurate, because it is showing a double barrel low. As you can see, there's one low here and one low here on the NAM, and that's just not right. That's not going to happen. So my guess is the snow totals on the NAM are going to go up in the 18Z run. This is currently the 12Z run, but I think the snow totals will go up again even more in the next run. So with that being said, let's take a look at the snow totals here. This is 10-1. Again, keep that in mind. It's probably 1.5, if even 2 times this in reality because of the snow ratios with the cold temperatures. So taking a look at the NAM here, once again, you can see this really sharp cutoff here basically just along I-95. So you can see places like South Jersey, the NAM has you in a foot, much of Long Island a foot, much of Massachusetts, Rhode Island a foot as well. Now, once again, multiply this by 2, you're going to be talking about 2 feet, maybe even 3 feet of snow in places to the east. So, once again, this data is not the best for the 12Z run. The 18Z is probably going to give us a better handle. And after the 18Z, if you guys are looking at models to try to tell what's going to happen, don't. Just look at the radar, look where the snow is. Please do not look at models past the 18Z run, because then at that point it's just nowcasting. You can't look at models that close to a storm. So in terms of wind with the 12-kilometer NAM, as you can see, this is like this area here, this red is basically tropical storm force winds. Now for the majority, this is the worst winds are going to stay out to sea, but as you can see along the coast here, we have like 30 knot winds, and keep in mind this is sustained. 30 knot winds, maybe 20 knots along Long Island. Now if you continue going, you can see how close the winds get here to southern New England. This is where the worst winds are going to be, right around here. This area here is where the worst of the winds are going to be. Along Long Island as well, I think that Long Island is going to see some really scattered power outages due to this wind. Now the snow is going to be dry and powdery, so it's not going to be a problem sticking to the power lines. You don't have to worry about that, but it's just the pure wind and the amount of snow that's going to be falling. We're talking snowfall rates of 2 to 3 inches per hour, 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and that is why we have our blizzard warnings for this area that I just circled here. And if you continue, you can see it goes north and pulls out of the area. And out behind this, you can see the temperatures are going to stay in the teens, low 20s, eventually cool off for a little bit at the beginning of the week, and then we're going to have some more storms that we're going to end up talking about next week, which I'm not going to get into now because this is the main focus for this video, but there are some more. It looks like an active pattern for the beginning of February. I'll just say that. So if you don't get much out of this storm, don't be upset about it. There's still plenty more chances for the beginning and middle of February, and you just have to stay tuned and make sure that you get all the information you need. So apart from that, there's nothing I really want to look at. Now, the European model, we'll take a look at the European model, right? So the accumulated precip from the European model, you can see basically the blue is half an inch. The shade of blue is half an inch right here. This is like 0.75 and goes to an inch in parts of Long Island. Now you can basically multiply the inch area by 15, and that's basically going to be how much snow you can get. You see the 2-inch area, the pink area here for parts of Massachusetts, Long Island. That's going to be close to, I'd say, 2 to 3 feet of snow. Now, this is one model again. I'm telling you, the models are all over the place. Take all of these with a grain of salt. So yeah, European, much further west compared to the GFS, and maybe even the NAM. I think the NAM and the European are kind of in agreement here. So I, personally, I don't really care about the models anymore. I'm basically throwing them out the window at this point. I'm going to be nowcasting this probably live tonight. So if you guys want to see that, make sure to tune in. But once again, I'm just showing you guys what the models are showing so you get an idea of it. I think the 18Z is going to have another shift up in the snowfall totals, and then it's going to be nowcasting from on there. The models have just been terrible with the storm. It's been really a pain to forecast this. Now, looking at the CMC model, you see this in the ocean here. This is the CMC model. The amplification of the storm from the CMC model is just really impressive here. We have 6 inches out, at least in that area. Of course, it's in the ocean. It's not going to touch them, but that's really impressive to see. That is like 5 or 6 feet of snow if that was over land. So really, the models, it could go any direction at this point. I think the models, honestly, they have been trending to a inland solution more further to the west, and that is good for snow lovers. But if you can see, as you see by the CMC model here, rain for Cape Cod. Now, this is one thing I also want to talk about here. If this trends further east, you could see places around this area here could turn to rain, actually, if it keeps trending west, rather. Places there could turn to rain, and that's not a good thing for snow lovers, but of course, it will spare you from the 4 feet of snow that you would get instead. So yeah, this is not 100%. I'm going to say it again. I've said it many times this video. This is not anywhere close to 100% the official forecast. So please just keep that in mind as this goes forward. So with that being said, that's going to be it for the video. I will be live streaming this and nowcasting it later today. So if you do want to check that out, make sure to tune in. I will be going live probably 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon. So once again, subscribe, like the video, and if you have any questions, comment them down below. I will be responding to all of them during the storm and on the live stream. So yeah, that's pretty much it, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.